Okay, the next thing we're going to do is look at a form called intro sequences. I'll show you how to find it in the PLP or the SLP on the Summit website in a moment. But the main thing I want to do right now is talk to you about a real-life application and how it relates to sequences and patterns. And the first thing I want to talk about is a staircase. I'm not a great artist, so please bear with me. But the first thing you see is a real-life application. I'm going to make it bigger on the screen so it's easier to see. And the real-life application is like a set of stairs. So if you look here, it says that this part right here, pretend that that is, the arrow says here, it's the floor and the foundation. And the foundation is equal to 2. It's too high, maybe 2 feet. Maybe that makes sense, I don't know, but let's just say it's too high. We're talking about height here. We're measuring height. Whenever you take a step, how high up do you go? Well, typically stairs are not directly on the ground. They're usually on a foundation, maybe a cement slab. So the ground level, if the ground level is 0, which would be right here, then this little part here would be the foundation, which I'm saying is too tall, maybe 2 feet. And that's why I've got, before you even have a stair, you're already 2 feet above ground level. Okay? Next thing is, this represents step number 1. So if you look at this like a little bit like a graph, you see steps over here. So step number 1, how high do we go after we take that first step from here to here? Well, we go up to 5. And this probably doesn't make sense that it's feet, because that would be a very steep stair. But then you go to step number 2, and how high are we? Well, we're already up to 8. Step 3, we're up to 11, and so on and so on. I didn't put the heights for the others, but I think you've got the idea that the more steps you take, the higher you go. And there's a few important things. Again, where do we start before we even take one step? We're already too high in the height because we're on a foundation. We're not at ground level. If you look a little bit further over, it says that this very bottom part is the ground level. So the first thing I want you to realize is this is a real-life application we deal with every day. People, when they build homes, you know, how high is somebody going to go? How many steps does somebody need to go before they're a certain height, maybe to the second floor, etc. Okay, the next video is going to show how we take these heights and step number and turn it into a table down here. So the next video will explain that.